Sfoliarium Painting Analysis present by Miss Sharon A. Agustin and Miss Christel C. Cabaldo. This is Sfoliarium painting by Juan Luna. The Sfoliarium painting is perhaps the most iconic painting by a Filipino.
The next is History of Espolarium, one of the best-known paintings in the country. Juan Luna's Espolarium brought historical triumph not just to Luna but also to the Philippines in 1884, when it bested Spanish artists and won a first-class medal in the Madrid Exposition of Fine Arts. Espolarium was the name given to the Roman Colosseum basement where falling gladiators were thrown in after combat, which is depicted in the life-size piece, currently on display in the National Museum of Fine Arts. The 4.22 by 7.675 meter oil on canvas is considered the largest painting in the country.
The next is about Sfoliarium. The Sfoliarium by Juan Luna is truly an overwhelming type of art. You'd be left in awe the mere sight of it. It makes you feel proud to be a Filipino, and it's also proof the Filipinos can do amazing things. The painting features a glimpse of Roman history centered on the bloody carnage brought by gladiatorial matches. Spoliarium is a Latin word referring to the basement of the Roman colosseums, where the fallen and dying gladiator are dumped and devoid of their worldly possessions. The paintings shows how once the gladiator die for the entertainment of Rome, they are just dumped there and the spectators just take their positions while their loved ones cry and mourn. One Luna used this as a form to indiscreetly tell the suffering of the Filipinos from the Spaniards, as they also sorts of treat them like the Roman gladiators.
The Espolarium 1884 by Juan Luna took 8 months to complete, and after it was submitted to the Exposition Nacional de Bellas Artes, it was among the three awarded gold medals. The setting of the painting is believed to be a Roman circus, a venue for public events under the Roman Empire. Futures dying and dead gladiators who have been stripped of their weapons and garments. The left of the painting features audiences who seem to only watch the theater of the gladiators, while on the right there are people who appear to be mourning family members looking for their loved ones in the pile of dead bodies. The dark color scheme makes to the overall impression of the painting. Let's continue our spolarium by Juan Luna analysis by taking a closer look at the painting. It exudes a Renaissance vibe with soft lines. The effect there is a realistic and naturalistic scene. Other details that give the Renaissance impression is the sculpt form and proportion of the bodies, which prevail in paintings of this age. The majority of the color scheme is black and brown shades, with the rest is subtle touches of blue, red, and white. The choice of color effectively contributes to the painting's realism and naturalism and the tragedy it depicts. The chiaroscuro it features make for an eerie vibe. The mastery use of dark and light emphasize the remains of the gladiators. The fainting is the proof of Juan Luna's brilliance. If we had to sum up this Spolarium by Juan Luna, analyzes by a few words, it will be faint, suffering, defeat, and mourning. The fainting shows the Juan Luna's socio-cultural and political views and also the affection it portrays gladiators and were once the symbols of splendor, but now, after their defeat, they are treated like slaves.